In today's video, we are going to talk about replens. I know it's a word that a lot of you guys love to hear. Yes, we're going to talk about replens. So we're not necessarily going to talk about how to find replens, and we are going to talk quickly about that. It's pretty straightforward, and you're going to see it's not that difficult. It's way easier than you guys think, and it's actually not what you guys think. But we are more so going to look at how to analyze replens and make sure that, because this is something that you should do every single time that you buy them, make sure that they are still going to be a sustainable product that you can buy and sell, especially with online arbitrage, because with online arbitrage, you don't really have a moat except, how you manufacture your margins, but everybody can figure it out. So you never know who's going to figure it out, and you never know how the competition is going to react. So you need to check every single time that you are going to place in your order. So this is what we are going to focus on mainly on this video. It's going to be on two parts. It's going to be me talking a little bit about how to figure out how to find replens, and then how to analyze them every single time that we buy them. All right. So if you do not know me, my name is Mangunza. I release daily videos right here on YouTube about selling on Amazon, and more specifically online arbitrage. Okay, I'm transitioning slowly. Not necessarily transitioning, but like incorporating more wholesale into the mix. So every week I release at least one video on my experience with wholesale. So if you want to learn more about all that stuff, you want to see and learn from my growth on Amazon, you can subscribe and like this video so you get recommended more videos. All right, so let's get started. First of all, how do you find a replen? And it's not going to be an hands-on session of me actually showing you how to source replen, specific keeper product finder filters, specific sourcing strategy. No, it's not about that. This is not how you find replens. You will find replens. First of all, if you want to find replens, you're going to need to source a lot, okay? Because how it works with replen is, you're going to try a lot of products, and then a few, a handful of the products that you've sold are going to become replens. You're going to notice that I can actually sell these products again because they just went back on sale again. And so it's just about you figuring out the sales cycle, figuring out how much you need to buy until the next sale to have enough stock. And this is pretty much how you figure out replens with online arbitrage. It's not about you sourcing specifically for replens. You just cast your net wide, and a few of those products will stick. A lot of those products will be one-hit wonders. Of course, this is how it works with online arbitrage, and it really depends, It really depends on how selective you are with the product you source, because to be honest, right now, most of the products that I buy, not most, but a lot of the products that I buy are going to be products that I can buy again, and not all of them, because the more I try to diversify with online arbitrage, the more I try to work with clearance. And of course, products that are on clearance are not going to be products that you're going to be able to buy over and over again, because clearance products, clearance usually it's a one-time thing, and it's really for the supplier to get rid of their stock. All right, so this is not where you're going to find replens. You're going to find replens on regular sale, because the regular sales, those products will rotate. Those products will go on sale little by little, and it's going to rotate, and the same products are going to go on sale all the time at the same time. All right, so that's how you find replens. Don't make it hard. Source some sales, get the target list. By the way, I have a full video on the target list. Check the link in the description. I have a ton of links in the description. A lot of stuff that can actually help you. So I would check that if I were you. And this is not, here we go. This is trading. So this is how you find replens. Don't make it harder than it is. It's just about you sourcing a lot, and a few of those products will stick. That's it. All right, so that's it for this first part of the video. That was the most important. Now, of course, as I said, every single time that and we are going to look, actually, we are going to use seller boards, and I'm going to look at two really important metrics that you need to look at if you want to evaluate if a replen is a good replen, because it's not just about the numbers that you see on seller board. Because if you've been selling a product for a little while, you will have a lot of data, a lot of important data, especially on returns, because this is one thing that, it's great to have a 60% return on investment lead. However, if you receive a ton of returns, okay, if you receive a ton of returns on that specific ASIN, your return on investment is going to go down. And so, you know, after returns, it could be 15%, 10%. It could really fuck you up, okay? It really depends. It really depends, and there are some numbers that we need to look at. We're going to look at that, right? But because, as I said, it's not just about Keepa and Seller Amp, okay? At this point, Seller Amp has nothing to do with anything except just figuring out your profit at the price that you buy, your initial profit, right? But of course, you're going to need to look on Keepa if you think that the price, and it's just regular Keepa analysis. I have full videos on that. This is not the point of today's video. This is just a small recap, but yeah, you're going to need to look at the Keepa to make sure that the price, that you're going to be able to sell at the price that you think you are, because hopefully, if you've sold the product, you've made sure already that you can actually sell the product. And if you plan on buying, replenishing on this item, hopefully it's because you actually were able to win the buy box. So these two things is not necessarily things that you will need to look at again, okay? If you know the brand, you know all that stuff, you should not be worried about IP complaints, about being gated, about all that stuff. So all this analysis has been done already. The only thing that you need to check is if the price at which you want to sell the item is going to be sustainable for the next couple of months, next couple of weeks, next couple of months, depending on how much stock you want to hold, right? So that's the thing that we're not going to go over. That was just a quick recap. No, we are going to look at solo boards, and I'm going to show, by the way, you want to get solo boards, you can get a 1 month free trial if you get it, if you go to the website yourself. If you use my link, you get a 2 month free trial, right? So if I were you, I would get an extra month. Yes, I'm going to be paid if you use my link. But if I were you, I would just get an extra month, okay? Instead of refusing to use affiliate links. But you do what you do you. You do you. I don't really care. So at the end of the day, it's not like the $3 that I'm going to get from whatever you get that is going to change my life, you know? So yeah, I cannot even go to McDonald's. I don't even eat at McDonald's. I will not even be able to go to McDonald's to buy it, to buy some food anyway with the $3 that I'm going to get from you, right? So this is a test account on Sellerboard, and I'm going to show you the things that are really, really important, right? That you want to figure out. So when you analyze the replens, first of all, if you go to the inventory planner, this is stuff that we talk about in my coaching groups. If you want to get in the next coaching group, just pay attention, make sure that you're on my email list. And you are on my email list if you have gotten any of the free products that I have in the description. Right, I have a ton of free products. You can sign up for them. You are in the email list if you did. If you want to be on one of my next coaching group, make sure that you are on my email list, because this is where I'm going to this is where I'm going to promote it. I will not necessarily talk about it on YouTube. Maybe I'll make a small short, all that stuff, but like it's probably going to be sell out. I'm not going to do a lot, and it's probably going to be the last coaching group that I do. I don't think that I will do, at least in this form, with groups that I see every single week. Small groups is probably the last time that we're going to do that. Okay, so if you want to join, make sure that you're on my email list, because this is going to be the last small group, and after that it's not going to be like this. I'm probably going to do like a Discord community or like a paid community. I don't know yet. I don't know how yet, but this is probably the way it's going to go. For everything else that is going to be mentorship and all that stuff, it's not going to be like as it's not going to be with the same proximity that I have right now in my groups. So yeah, just make sure that you know that stuff, because it's going to be way different. It's going to be the last group that I do, but whatever. Let's go back to Sellerboard. All right, so if you want to learn how to figure out, like, this is stuff that I go over in my coaching groups. All right, so the really important thing that you want to figure out is you need to understand the return on investment, and of course, if you do online arbitrage, the return on investment that you're going to get are not going to be as high as these, right? And you cannot see them because my face is there. So let me move myself here. All right, so you can see that part. So the return on investment are not going to be as good if you do retail arbitrage. However, you need to understand one thing: those return on investments are return on investments after the refunds, after the returns. And so this is why it's really important, because this is going to be your real return on investment. So the main thing that you want to check really is you want to check your refunds rates and your sellable returns to make sure that the items makes a lot of sense for you, because like these are going to be extra fees, and this is the things that you want to analyze. You want to have a tool like Sellerboard to be able to see your real return on investment after the refunds and after all that stuff. And to be honest, that's the whole point of this video. That's the whole thing that you need to do. You do not even need to really dive deep into the sellable return rate and to the return rate. I mean, it's important to understand them for the type of product that you sell. So it's important to understand that data. But at the end of the day, Sellerboard will give you your real return on investment after your returns, after all the fees that are associated with returns and all that stuff. And this is when you will know if the product is actually worth it, if it's actually worth it to replan that product, right? So hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, leave a like to all that YouTube stuff. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.